Last month, Kenya joined the League of Oil Exporters in the world after exporting its inaugural shipment of crude of more than 200,000 barrels. This is after oil deposits were discovered in Lokichar, Turkana in 2012 by Tullow Oil. With the company projecting over 4 billion barrels of crude oil reserves, it is however emerging that all may not be well, with a new report released by Oxfam International indicating that most companies involved in the mining are evading their tax obligations and the government may be losing revenues in the process.
And so the report was highlighting some of the key challenges that we have in this audit. Do we have the capacity as government to audit these oil projects? Who has the sole responsibility to audit these key projects? Who in government is responsible? Which government institutions have they been doing the audit? The report established that the cost audit was first undertaken by the Ministry of Petroleum and Mining just last year in 2018. Tullow started exploration for this project way back in 2008. What happens to those costs? So that is a key question that we need to ask. And if we're talking about revenues, are we looking at the costs?
The audit report also questioned how the contracts were signed by the government and the mining companies with fear of loopholes that the companies are exploiting to their advantage.
The previous regime of actually using volume as a basis to determine profitability was more aggressive. And this, when you look at profitability, is actually you're actually taxing, or you're actually looking at actually profit. You're trying to make everyone equitable. You're trying to get government benefit accordingly and also the IOC benefit accordingly. So when you look at profits, you're actually taxing the profits and you're sharing the actual profits. And looking at Kenya, we are trying to get investors into the country. And so the way you actually determine how revenue is going to be shared, it's going to be important to attract investors.
Darus further notes that the Kenyan government ought to have conducted a petroleum cost auditing from onset of all oil projects to secure oil revenue. She further insists that the capital and operating costs for the development of oil projects can make up to 45% of oil revenue profit by both the national and the source county government. Wandabo Wanyama, Switch TV.